In this class we are going to discuss the second type of control unit, which is a microprogrammed control unit. Okay, so already we know, right, a control unit will be classified into two types. Those are hardwired control unit and microprogrammed control unit. So in the last lecture already we discussed about hardwired control unit. So now we'll come to the next topic, that is microprogrammed control unit. Okay, so in this microprogrammed control unit, the control signals are generated by a program similar to machine language program. So what is the main concept behind of these two? That is nothing but hardwired and microprogrammed. So that is nothing but we have to generate the control signals, right? So in that, control signals are generated with the help of these inputs, right, like IR, control counter, step counter, external inputs and conditional codes, right. By monitoring all these inputs, it will be creating the, or it will be generating the control signals. So like this, here also in microprogrammed control unit, it will be generate the control signals by a program. So that will be similar to the machine language program. So here the control signals will be generated with the help of program. So that program will be written is equal to this machine language program, because here the system can understand the machine language, so whatever that we are entering the high level language, that will be converted into the machine language. Okay, so because system can understand the only machine language codes, that is in the form of binary. Okay, so in that first we have the 5 or 6 more blocks in that block diagram. This is the microprogrammed control unit block diagram. So now we'll see each and every one block here. So the first one is instruction register, and this is sequencer, and this is external inputs and conditional codes. So this is control address register, so that we can call it as another name. So this symbol is nothing but micro, so shortcut notation you can place it like this, mu, we are calling mu this one. So microprocessor control, okay, remember that one. And other name is nothing but control address register, and this is the control memory and micro instruction register, and this is decoder block. Okay, so control signals within the CPU, control signals to system bus. So already we know the decoder will generate the control signals by monitoring all the inputs, right? So here also by monitoring all the inputs, the decoder will be generating the control signals. So how it will generate, now we'll see here. So first observe the thing here. The first thing is nothing but instruction register and external inputs, conditional codes, these three blocks, and also decoder block of explanation already you know, that is nothing but already we discussed here in hardwired control unit, right? So here like this, the same explanation is repeated here also. Instruction register, so that is nothing but it is definitely based on instruction itself only. That means control unit generate the that means control unit generator required the control signals in order to execution of the instruction. Okay, so that means instruction register, it will generating the instructions only. That means it will hold the instructions. Okay, so that instructions are given to the sequencer block. So how can we give that instructions, means IN1, IN2, IN so on up to INN. Okay, so like that we are generating the instructions from the instruction register. Okay, so that instructions are given to the sequencer block. So what happens in sequencer block means, actually here we are generating the signals, that is generating the inputs instructions, so we knows one thing, that is nothing but every or each and every instruction consists of the particular address, right? So that address will be loaded into the sequencer block. Okay, so just observe the thing here. So what happened in sequencer block means, how many instructions are generated from the instruction register, so that all instructions are loads into a sequencer, but directly it's not loaded to the directly instructions are not loaded into the sequencer block, because here sequencer can take the only address locations of the each and every instruction. So here we are sending the IN1, IN2 up to INN instructions, so that means for the first instruction, whatever the address it contains, that address will be loaded into the sequencer block. Okay, and like that second address, third address, that means sequencer can load a new address into the that means it can place the only new addresses for each and every instruction. Okay, so and what about coming to the external inputs and conditional codes is nothing but external inputs will generate the input signals. Those are like nothing but we are calling like a interrupt signals. Okay, so external inputs signals such as MFC signals and interrupt request, right? MFC is nothing but memory function complete. So that signals are generated here, and in external inputs we can take it in the place of external inputs. And coming to the conditional codes here, so that means in conditional codes what are the values that are available on this flag, so that will be given to the input of a sequencer block. That means external inputs such as MFC signals or interrupt signals will be given to the input of sequencer, as well as what is the information it contains in conditional codes that will be given to the input of sequencer block. So after that what happens, by considering all these inputs, okay, so the control unit will generate the control signals, that will knows, right? So how it will generate means, so by considering all these inputs to the sequencer block, so after that sequencer already it loads the particular address of the each and every instruction, no? So that address will be given to the next block, that is control address register, or another name we have microprocessor control. Okay, so that is nothing but here the control address register, it holds the address of the next micro instruction. So that is nothing but we are sending each and every address of instruction to the control address register. That means first address will be loaded into the first instruction of the address will be loaded into the control address register. So like that, similarly the second instruction of the address will be loaded into the next, that means it will take particular place, right? So the first address will be take some place, that means it will having some memory location, like that the second one will be placed in some memory location, like the third one. So that means it continuously the instructions of the address will be placed in control address register. So what happens in that means, one by one the address will be loaded in that. So in that first instruction will be already holded, while taking the next instruction of the address, it will be take the first address of the instruction will be in holding. Okay, so while taking the second address of the second instruction, so what happens in the first instruction of the address where it to be placed means it will be holding. Okay, so what is the main function of the control address register is nothing but the control address register hold the address of the next micro instruction to be read. Okay, so that means while taking the next instruction, it will be holding the first instruction address. Okay, so that is the point of the control address register. So after that address will be given to the control memory. So why we are using here control memory means, so the control memory unit can helps to the storing the all instructions. Okay, so in these microprograms, for all instructions of the addresses and for all instructions will be stored in control memory. Okay, so why we are using this control block mean, for storing purpose we are using this one. Okay, so now coming to the next block, micro instruction register. So after storing that instruction, that will be given to the micro instruction register. Okay, so first of all here the control, before going to explain this micro instruction register, so in control address register it contains the all addresses of the all instruction, right? So when address is available in control address register, the sequencer issues the read command to the control memory. Okay na, so when address is available in control address register, this sequencer issues the read command. Okay, issues the read command to the control memory. So that means it reads the what it contains, that means each and every instruction contains some data, no? So what it contains, that means what the data it contains, that will be readed with the help of the read command, that will be issued to the control memory. Okay, so after issue of a read command, the word from the addressed location is read into the micro instruction register. Okay, so after reading that each and every instruction of the address, so then that word will be sent to the micro instruction register. So now the content of the micro instruction register generates the control signals and next address information for the sequencer. Okay, so after reading that each and every instruction of the data, so then directly the microcontroller, that means micro instruction register, will takes the control signals. That means after reading that instruction of the data, so then micro instruction register will generates the control signals. After that, what is the next address information for the sequencer? That means what is the next instruction will be placed in that. So that one by one instruction will be takes place into the control address register. After that, it will be given to the control memory. So that means like that the process will be continued for each and every instruction. So the first instruction will be placed into the control address register. After reading that instruction of the data, so then directly it will be moved into the micro instruction register. If it wants to store, then it will goes to the control memory. So after reaching that control memory, the sequencer will help to raise the one signal, that is read command signal. So after storing the data, it will be reading the data, then it will be given to the micro instruction register. So then finally it will be generating the control signals. Okay, that control signals are given to the decoder block. So then it will be verifying that instructions, that means it will be decoding the data, that means it will be dividing the data into coded format. So then after that it will be completely generating the control signals. Okay, so that instructions are given to the decoder block. So then it will be dividing the data into the coded format or decoding the data. So then it will be creating the control signals. So that control signals are generated within the CPU, or maybe control signals are generated to the system bus. Okay, so like this way we can generate the control signals in microprogrammed control unit. Okay, so these two are very important for long answer hardware control unit and microprogrammed control unit. So in that you may have one more example also there, in that you can verify that one also. Okay, thank you.